What is going on, guys? I am the FD Guru, bringing to you guys a Monday NBA edition of my DFS podcast. We're kicking off our week, ending the month with a nice 7-game main slate tonight. We had a pretty solid weekend, if you don't count Friday night. Friday night we ran into a whole lot of weird things with Jalen Suggs and Bamba each fouling out in a combined 29 minutes. I had them in a lot of spots against the Rockets. It was a great matchup. Ended up having a tough night, but then Saturday we did really well. UFC easily cashed in, NBA did well, and then last night on Sunday, the cash and GBP teams did very well. So let's continue our profitable nights here on this Monday and roll into March with a head full of steam. So there's not too many questionable guys we got to wait on. Fred VanVleet is questionable, and then I think I saw a couple of other guys. The big news is that Kyle Lowry is out tonight, so that's going to open some things up over for the Heat. And then there's some other great plays I'm going to mention to you guys. As I usually do, 5 plays, 1 for each position using FanDuel salaries. Like this video, make sure you're subscribed, and let's get after it for tonight. So at point guard, one of the better value plays as of right now in the early afternoon is Gabe Vincent with no Kyle Lowry, and I think Vincent will probably start at the guard position, and he's been playing some pretty solid minutes really all season long, even with Lowry out there. So with no Lowry, Vincent should be a pretty solid play. We've seen his price in the mid 5,000s before, so 3,900, almost bare minimum, is a great price on Vincent. He should have no issue reaching 20 fantasy points to hit value. He's averaging almost that on the year, and that's with Lowry playing. So expect increased opportunities for Vincent tonight. He's a pretty strong punt play at point guard. Shooting guards, look at Malcolm Brogdon. His price is not appropriate right now since coming back from his injury. He's been playing some pretty good minutes. He's usually a $7,500 kind of guy, so $5,800 is just the wrong salary on him. This Magic and Pacers game is one of the better games to target tonight. It's got a huge over-under and a very, very close spread. Brogdon, as long as they don't come out with any news on limiting him on a back-to-back, because they did play the Celtics yesterday. If he is a full go, he's an awesome play because he's played 30 minutes in both games since coming back. So if he comes out today on a back-to-back, it'll really show that the Pacers are not worried about his injury anymore. And if he's playing 30 minutes in a matchup against the Magic, he should have no issue being a fantasy point per minute kind of guy. He only needs 29 to hit value, and he's shown, like yesterday against the Celtics, he has 40-point upside. He's usually a $7,500 player, like I said. So take advantage of this price if he is confirmed starting. They are a 7 o'clock Eastern game, so they're one of the first games we should definitely see their starting lineup before lock. Small forwards go to Jimmy Butler. His price is nice at $8,600. A great competitive matchup against the Bulls. He's at home, and there's no Kyle Lowry, so it's really just him and Bam Adebayo in that starting lineup. Butler's usually around $9,500, so at $8,600, he only needs like 43 fantasy points for value. He's almost averaging that on the year. Expect him to be very active. He's a very competitive guy. So in a matchup like this against the Bulls, expect the best out of Jimmy Butler. I do think he easily gets over 40 fantasy points, and then he obviously has that 50 to 60 point upside. He's one of the better spend ups on tonight's slate. Power forwards, look at Jarrett Allen. He's got a great matchup at home against the Timberwolves. He has seen increased usage with all of their guards being out. Karis LeVert, Darius Garland, now Rajon Rondo. Jarrett Allen should continue to see over 30 minutes a night. He needs 36 fantasy points at that price tag, and he's averaging that on the year. This game should see a lot of points. It should stay close. Allen should see around 32 to 34 minutes tonight. And he's a guy who's a great cash game guy because he presents a very, very high floor. He's going to get you about 30 fantasy points at the minimum, and he has 45 to 50 point upside. So he's a really, really strong play tonight in cash games. For center, let's go back and look at Mo Bamba. I have a big exhale when I say that because he did burn us on Friday. He's a good play because he's going to start. And 4,500 is too cheap. He still ended up seeing 25 minutes. He was in foul trouble all game long. He fouled out with like 4 to 5 minutes left in the game. So he was on pace to see 30 minutes, and he still almost hit value. At 4,500, he only needs 22 fantasy points to reach value. He's averaging 27 on the year. He has like 40 point upside. He's a guy that can reach 10x if he's going right. And like I was saying with Brogdon, this Pacers and Magic game is one of the best games to target. It's going to be competitive. It has a high over under. You can't avoid picking a guy worrying about foul trouble because it just doesn't happen often enough. You got to have a short memory in DFS. He's still a good play. As long as he can keep the fouls to a minimum, he's going to see 25 to 30 minutes most likely, and he's just a really good high upside guy at 4,500. I'm not saying he's a must-play in cash games, but he definitely has really good upside for tournaments, so he's a guy that should be on your radar for tonight. That'll sum up today's video, guys. Let's get after it tonight on this Monday. I do appreciate you guys for tuning in. Like the video, make sure you're subscribed. And until next time, I am the FD Guru, and I am signing off. See ya.